I'm a person who can get in the booth with Kanye West, Jay-Z on the same fucking song, same fucking album, and even from the words of Kanye, have the best verse on another person's rap album. Okay. Okay. I'm glad we took it. I'm glad we took care of that, okay? Because I just want to make that clear. And I'm not a Barb, okay? I have HOA fees, a mortgage, a car note. Barb, that title goes to the young girls and the old white men with secret IP addresses who work from home or on their way to retirement. YouTube, what's up, baby? It's been a minute since we kicked it. You've been caught up with them bitches. I don't get it. You're a star, love. See what I did there? I know if you watching me, you a star. More importantly, if you subscribe to my channel, you a superstar. If you subscribe, you be liking and you be commenting, bitch, you're an icon. You're a legend. You're like Beyonce status, okay? You're Beyonce status in these YouTube supporting streets. And speaking of icons and legends, I want to get right into today's video, okay? Today's video is about Miss Minaj speaking at the United Nations, or more specifically, the state of celebrity right now. I feel like we have had the most access to celebrities, and Nicki Minaj is definitely a celebrity, but there are a lot of girls who claim to be celebrities who aren't. Different story. But we have had the most access to famous people that we have ever had in the existence of famous people. And I feel like this kind of diminishes their brand in the long term run of things. Like, there's no reason I should know what Shaka Khan ate for breakfast this morning. You know, celebrities used to have an allure of mystery that made us want to go see them in movies, want to go see them in concert, want to go see them speak at public events more. But when I know what you were doing last summer, or honestly, when I know your political views, it can help me better define where I want to spend my money. In this economy, in this regime, it is very easy for me to stop supporting a celebrity because I ain't got no money as it is, okay? So the minute that I see you do or say something that doesn't align with my political beliefs, I'm not going to cancel you. I'm just going to be like, all right, cool. I'm cool. I'm coming to their tour, whenever they tour, because trust me, everybody is touring these days, even the girls who are not doing music. Everybody is touring. Motherfuckers is going on comedy specials touring. People are going on live podcast touring. Everybody is touring. These celebrities need the public's support. And I do feel like it is a rough time to be a celebrity, because while I'm also saying this, I also want to somewhat relate to a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a perfect balance, I believe, in the early 2000s. We had the MTV platform. MTV used to give the girls MTV Diary, used to give the girls interviews. They used to control the narrative, but not to the point where it was as intrusive as having a Twitter, where somebody who is a celebrity can say the most wildest shit and they come back to bite their ass at their prime. There's a tweet of Megan Thee Stallion that I always use, for example. She simply says, Jill Scott's fat ass, laughing my ass off. And I just know she was watching Why Did I Get Married when she made that tweet. But do you think Megan Thee Stallion today would appreciate having made that tweet back in 2015? I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Celebrities have too much, we're too accessible to them. And they have made it so, but we have also have made it so because, say for Beyonce, y'all say she only reaches out when she needs some money. But at the same time, the other half applauds her for setting boundaries and keeping her private life private. And when she's so private that when she speaks at her concerts, we get even louder. That's how private and quiet she is. It works in her favor because we're gonna go see her on tour because she's the mysterious, allurious, extremely talented vocal powerhouse, extremely rhythmic Beyonce. But on the other hand, when it comes to selling actual products, it can be kind of hard because a large part of the GP cannot relate to her anymore. Whereas Rihanna on Twitter back in the day, bitch, bumba clock, dun dun da, hey, I'm Fenty, bitch. People were selling that shit like it was hotcakes. So you see what I'm saying? Like, there's too much access to celebrity. And if everybody has that access and everybody has the possibility of having the same opportunity as celebrities, is anybody even super anymore? Is anybody even a hero anymore? And I want to tie this in with Nicki Minaj because she is one of those celebrities who, I don't care what you say, is an icon in their own respective right. But when they do things on social media, it reminds me that my mother told me at a very young age, you idolize no one. No one is your God. Look up to only God and the people that you know on a personal level, not a parasocial level. Let's get into it. Before I get into the things with Nicki Minaj speaking at the UN, I have to be completely honest. There is only one Nicki Minaj. That woman is and forever will be the queen of rap, okay? There will not be another woman. There will not be another man. There will not be another person who does not prescribe to either, who has done the things that Nicki has done, and I dare say continues to do. Name them. Name them. Name a person who can get in the booth with Kanye West, Jay-Z on the same fucking song, same fucking album, and even from the words of Kanye, have the best verse on another person's rap album. Okay. Okay. I'm glad we took it. I'm glad we took care of that. Okay. Because I just want to make that clear. And I'm not a Barb. Okay. I have HOA fees, a mortgage, a car note. Barb, that title goes to the young girls and the old white men with secret IP addresses who work from home or on their way to retirement. There's no in between. But I will say, Nicki is the queen. It's that simple. It's just that simple. However, comma, I don't know her. Okay, Barbs think they know Nicki Minaj. We do not know these celebrities. Yes, they give us access because they constantly tweeting on Twitter. They're constantly making vlogs. They're constantly on Instagram. They're crafting these parasocial relationships, but they are not personal relationships. I've seen her in concerts. Her records have defined moments in my childhood, teenhood, and adulthood. Man, my first time hearing Nicki, bitch, was on the 5 Star Chick remix with her, Trina, and of course, I forgot is that Jeezy who made 5 Star Chick? Y'all let me know in the comments because I'm not checking right now. I was like, I just had an epiphany. I need to go to Tiffany. She said, what? Bitch, I was 10. I was locked in. What? Who is this? Oh, yeah. And then Yo Love, and then Super Bass, and then Did It On Them, and Bees in the Trap, and Massive Attack. And then, as I was going into my teenhood, we had the Pink Print era. This is the Pink Print. Like, Nicki has definitely had records that have dominated my growing up. Period. However, like I said earlier, my mother always said there was only one thing in this life to idolize, and that is God. Okay? You and God, your relationship with God. Don't idolize nothing else. And she ate with that. My mama ate with that because it is put into perspective. I can support these celebrities, but I do not know these celebrities. I know the perception of them, and it's cool. I know their art, and that's also cool, but I do not know them enough to be a stan. I think stan culture in 20 years, maybe even less than that, is going to be studied in college courses, and we're going to see the downsides of being a stan. And I don't see many upsides of being a stan. I really don't. I would say the closest person I had stand and really looked up to from just how to carry myself in life would probably be, as y'all know, baby girl. She was just this articulate being. Like, I was talking with my homegirl Amber a couple of days ago at work, and we talked about how Aaliyah inspired us to be more articulate, to be more precise in our vocabulary, and to think about the way we speak in public. Not even just her as an artist. Like, she was just a role model for me. Like, she just was, because she could sing, she could dance, she could act. She kind of looked like the girls I grew up going around, the girls in my family. Like, she was just this beautiful being. Like, that is the closest person I would say I have stand. Like, if Aaliyah was still alive, she'd be getting my ticket money every single time. She was a great performer too, great vocalist. But like I said, stan and me, probably not the best title to give, because it's just not me. It's just not me. But if you were to ask me in 2015, 10 years ago, that Nicki would be where she is today as far as social status, as far as place in the industry, as far as place politically, this is not where I thought she would be. It's just not. But like I said, in this day and age, in this age of conservatism, nothing surprises me. Okay, speaking at the UN, not a bad thing. Speaking and saying that you would like people to stop dying because of their religion, also not a bad thing. But did you have to thank DT in the process of that? Because honestly, I didn't know shit about this whole situation in Nigeria until Nicki Minaj went viral for it. So some could say she's using her platform for good because it is exposing us to issues in other countries. And some could also say the highlight of that speech was her thanking Donald Trump instead of the atrocities that is going on in Nigeria, which I heard her verbiage was kind of misleading, because it's not just Christians being targeted and taken out, it's Christians and Muslims, and this has been an issue for quite some time. I unfortunately am ignorant to it. I didn't know about it till Nicki Minaj spoke on it. So in a sense, her mission had been accomplished. She wanted to expose what is going on and use her platform to, I guess, educate others and advocate for the stopping of people being murdered, So I'm okay with that. That is what you're supposed to do. But when you use thank you DT in this regime, in this administration, in this economy, it disappoints me. Am I surprised? No. Nothing surprises me anymore. Everything, every damn day, every damn second, there is a new headline. I'm like, okay. Wouldn't have saw that coming from that person, but nothing surprises me at all. I'm gagged, not disappointed. No, I'm disappointed, a little bit gagged, but not necessarily surprised. Because let's not forget, Donald Trump Want Me Go Home was on the Bad Barbie remix just 10 years ago. So I'm just like, how do we get here? How do we get here? Like, Nicki is the queen of rap. Nicki is one of those girls, your catalog is so strong, you don't need any social media. That's a strong catalog. I wish somebody would tell my girl that. Like, you don't need any social media. You don't need none of that shit. You are Onika. What other rapper do you know has 2 features with Beyonce? What other rapper do you know has a Jay-Z feature? Like, that's why I feel like I have to agree, like, something is going on, because something just ain't right. Like, at that point in your life, I feel like Nicki should be opening more doors. And she has opened some doors for a lot of girls. She has. Just things don't really go as planned. I'm not going to get into that, but I just feel like, damn, you are the queen of rap. You don't need no Twitter. You don't need to be speaking out at the UN. You don't need to be thanking Donald Trump. Like, you're the queen of rap. You could just release records, no Instagram, no Twitter, no nothing, and you still gonna sell out. Just last year, a woman in her 30s, I think Nicki's in her 30s or 40s, but you are definitely not in your 20s. You're still breaking records for your tours. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think people need to realize their power, realize their worth. And I'm speaking to the common day girly now. Like, you texting a nigga back and he don't even like you for real? Know your worth. You letting that man borrow your car and he don't even like you for real? Know your worth. You letting that man borrow your credit card and he cheating on you with it? Know your worth. You're letting that woman trick you out and she don't even like you for real? Know your worth. You're Nicki Minaj. You're the queen of rap. And you're responding to anything on Twitter and you have a Twitter? Know your worth. You are Nika. But like I said, I'm not even a bar. I just would have not seen this in 2015. Like, and you can't cancel Nicki Minaj. She has built one of those fan bases that is incancelable. I think of her in the same realm as 50 Cent. Can't cancel me when I own everything. So I'm going to say what I want. And I'm just gagged. I'm just gagged by the placement. I'm gagged by the age of conservatism. I'm just gagged by so much. You know what else I'm gagged about, y'all? To see the headline that Ja Rule got jumped over the weekend at the Brandy and Monica concert. If that ain't some shit straight out of the 90s, I don't know what is. And then I made a video on it, right? And I talked about how, like, the only times I've seen fights and girls go down and girls throw down is at R&B concerts. I've been to countless rap concerts. I would say just the same amount as rap as R&B. And I've never seen out one fight at a rap concert. Now, mind you, I mainly seen female rap, maybe be different in male rap. But then when I was like, no, I've seen Young Thug, didn't see no fight there. Tyler, the Creator, definitely just seen no fight there. The My Suburban Boys, what they're going to start fighting with, they Stanley Cups and quarter zips. No, I highly doubt it. Flo Milli. Now, Flo Milli crowd was wild. Niggas was climbing trees to get a better view of Flo Milli. I will never forget that. And when I say niggas, I mean white boys was climbing the trees in Grant Park to see Flo Milli. That was crazy. But nobody was fighting. It was like a crazy, but it was in unity. Like, everybody was chilling, but like the crowd was just crazy and supportive of her. That shit was insane. But like, when I went to go see Summer Walker, they started fighting. When I went to go see her, I almost got into a fight. Beyonce, every time she come to Chicago, somebody in that crowd start thumping with another bitch. And I'm like, what is it about R&B concerts that makes people want to throw down and thump? Somebody in the comment section gonna say, it's the melodies. It's y'all singing about niggas ain't shit and y'all emotions get high and you take it out on the bitch next to you. I'm like, maybe that's right. I will never forget, in 2019, I saw Summer Walker at the Over It tour. That's how old I am, y'all. I was old enough to go see Summer Walker live in 2019. Bitch, I was 19. I saw these 2 girls. I think they were intoxicated or off a pill or some shit. They was tweaking, right? So they leave their spot. The venue that we were at was just standing venue. So if you leave your spot, especially if the whole crew leaves, somebody's going to take your standing spot because it's not a seated venue. Ticket is just general admission. It's a general admission venue. So this lady and her, I guess, boyfriend, husband, they look to be in about mid-40s, possibly early 50s. She pulls up with a purse on her shoulder and a cup in hand. Put a pin in that. Her husband chilling. He got on a fucking hand and a quarter zip, whatever. The girls eventually make their way back and they notice that the lady and the husband basically took their spot. And it was a good view. I ain't gonna lie. If my homegirl had to use the bathroom, I'm like, girl, you just go. I'm gonna hold us down since it's just us two. These two girls, they was like my age, so like 19, 20, maybe like 22, 23 max. So they get into it. The girls start bugging up on a lady, calling her all types of bitches, and you fat bitch, you took our spot, that's our shit. And the lady was keeping it real smooth because she understood that she was old enough to be these girls' mamas. That ain't matter to them girls. She was like, look, I'm not trying to fight y'all little ass girls. Go about y'all day. Clearly, this is general admission. When you walk away, you lose your beat. Ain't got nothing to do with me. This is where me and my husband landed. This is where y'all deported. See the difference? Y'all departing. We're arriving. This is our shit up in here. They ain't care shit about that. So eventually, one of the girls had the big, bright, unbright idea to swing on old lady. Not old lady, child. The older, more seasoned lady. When I tell you her purse was zipped up, she ain't take that off. She gave her husband that drink. She said, foul, 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 foul. Bing, boom, boom, bop, bam. On both them bitches. Had both them bitches. It was like, boom, 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 boom. They head signal like that. Boom. I was like, oh my God. But she told y'all she did not want to fight you. She was trying to keep it very cute because I cannot imagine beating up somebody 20 years younger than me. I would feel so guilty. But if you swing on me, fuck that. Just like them kids in Chicago a couple weeks ago swinging on that lady. I'm so disappointed in the way that went, but I know so many people would have been on that lady's ass had she beat the shit out of them kids. I just know it. So in a sense, it worked out for her. She's gonna need therapy. Her children are gonna need therapy. But that lady done got a house, I believe a car. The kids done transfer schools. She has received so much support from the city of Chicago. I do not know if she would have received the same support as she dogged them kids. Like most adults probably would, including my mother. Including me. But like I would feel so guilty having to beat a kid's ass. But these kids these days, they are unhinged. I don't know what's going on with, I don't know if it's this age of Aquarius or this age of conservatism the country is in, but these kids have no sense of shame, no sense of consequence, no sense of guilt. They do whatever come to their mind. And I think it's COVID. Like somebody on TikTok said the dogs are going insane, these new age dogs, because they were born in the COVID era when everybody was home all the time. So this is the first time in their life when people are going back to work consistently, kids are going back to school consistently, and dogs have so much separation anxiety, they go insane when they're away from their owners. It got me thinking, are kids just like the dogs? Like are dogs just like the kids? Like let me know. Like what do you think? I don't know. I just think these kids don't know no better, and they need their ass whipped some more. And I don't mean physically ass whipped. Like we need to bring back Beyond Scared Straight. That's the shit I'm looking for. Okay? But let me know what y'all think. I have been disappointed by a lot of celebrities' actions. Nothing surprises me. I'm gagged. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. It just is what it is. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you look in the mirror. And whatever it is that you want to be, know that you are that. Know that you are that. Okay? Whether it's the toaster, that Honda Civic, that Maybach music, that Britney Entertainment, be that. Till next time. I love you.